So let's talk about box plots. They seem kind of confusing and they're a very interesting looking representation, but you need 5 numbers in order to be able to create it. So let's say we're giving a set of data, and the data I have placed right here on this side of the screen. Just boxed it for you. We're going to walk through what are the 5 numbers that you need to be able to create a box plot. So let's say these are the numbers that I've been given. It's 2, 3, 8, 5, 4, 8, 10, 8, 2, 4, 6, 6, 4, 3, 3, 9, 2, 6, 4, and 8. This could be how many times someone did something, whatever. I'm not sure. I haven't given you what the numbers represent, just a set of data for us to work with. So the very first thing with most representations is that you need to put the data in order from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and I'm going to line up these numbers in this box in order from least to greatest on the screen. Okay, so I've placed the numbers on the screen in order from least to greatest. The very first piece of information that you should look for is to find the minimum value in the data set. So minimum just means the smallest. What is the smallest number here in this data set? The smallest number here is 2. What is the maximum? What is the highest or the largest value in this data set? And here it is 10. So putting these numbers in order from least to greatest really helps you sort your data well. Next is you need to find the median of the entire set of data. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to start eliminating numbers, one from the larger side and one from the least side, going back and forth. So I'll show you how. So for example, I'm going to take one number off this side, one off of here, until I find whatever number is in the middle or the median. So one here, one here. One off this side, one off this side. Make sure I do, if I take one off of this side, I want to make sure I take one off the lower side. Here, 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 here. Okay, so now I have come to this point where I can't, if I remove both numbers, I'm going to have nothing left in the middle, but I have these 2 numbers. That means I have to find the average of these 2 numbers, okay? So I'm going to find the average of 4 plus 5, which is 9. And to find the average number, then once you add up the numbers, you have to divide it by how many numbers you have. So we had 2. 9 divided by 2 is 4 and 5 tenths, 4.5. So my median is 4.5 or 4 and 5 tenths. Okay, so that's my median. Now I have to find the lower quartile. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and rewrite the data for you, and so that we can see it again, since I've written over at this point with my yellow color. So let me go ahead and pause for just a second. I'm going to rewrite the numbers so we can see them clearly again. Okay, so I've rewritten the numbers and I've marked where our median was, okay? So now to find the lower quartile just means I want to find the lower set of the data, okay? So I'm going to, to find the lower quartile, all you really need to do is just find the median of the lower set of the data. So the lower set is right here. This is everything that's below the median. Now, if the median was one number, we would not count it. But since the median was in the center of these 2, we're going to count 4 as part of our lower quartile, okay? So we're going to do the same thing we did earlier to find the median, but this time we are only finding the median of the lower set of data. So I'm going to start doing the same thing I did earlier. I'm going to start eliminating one from each side. And I'm, again, left with 2 numbers in the middle. So 3 plus 3 would be 9. 9 divided by, 3 plus 3 would be 6. 6 divided by 2 would be 3. So the median here would just be 3. So my lower quartile is 3. And it's also referred to sometimes as Q1. Okay? Next, we're going to find the median for the upper quartile, or our Q3. Okay? We're going to do the same process. We're going to eliminate one lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher. Again, I'm left with these 2 numbers in the center. The average of 8 plus 8 would be 16. 16 divided by 2 would be 8 again. So the median here would just be 8. Okay. So this is another name for this. Sometimes you might hear would be the 5-number summary. Basically, we use these 5 numbers to summarize the data, okay? So now we've found these 5 pieces of information that we needed: the minimum number, the maximum, the median, the lower quartile, Q1, the upper quartile, or Q3. Now we can go ahead and graph it. So the way this is graphed is it's on a number line, as shown below right here. Usually you will see some kind of title given to the box plot down here, and then you'll see the rest of the information. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice. What are we going to do with these numbers now that we found them? So the minimum is going to be, you're going to plot that first just on top of the number line. So here's my minimum, and you're going to plot the maximum. So the maximum is going to be right here, which was at the 10. Okay, we're going to plot the median. Median was at 4.5, 4 and 5/10, which is right in the middle of 4 and 5. And then you are going to plot the lower quartile, which was at 3, and the upper quartile, which was at 8. Okay. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to start creating our box for this box plot. You create the box by creating a rectangle that goes through the Q1 and Q3. You go ahead and draw a line where the median is, and you draw these little whiskers that go out to the side to the maximum and the minimum. So I'll go ahead and go back through and label this. Remember, this is where we marked our maximum. This is where we marked our minimum. This was Q1. This was Q3. And this was the median. Okay. And that's how you would use the given data, find your 5 numbers that you need to create the box plot, and how you would create the box plot.